Now, the world is condemning this dastardly terror attack. There's nothing else that you can say about it. It is a massacre of innocents. That is what was perpetrated in Pahalgam. Yesterday, the world is unequivocally condemning this attack that took place in Pahalgam, which is a tourist site, which is a tourist attraction. And 27 tourists were brutally gunned down. There are several more who have sustained serious injuries. Now, hours later, Pakistan and China have also reacted for this attack. Now, Pakistan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs has released a statement expressing concerns over the loss of tourist lives. It has extended condolences to the families of those who have lost their kin. Now, the Pakistani Foreign Ministry spokesperson has wished those who've sustained injuries a speedy recovery, but Pakistan has stopped short of condemning this dastardly attack. But Pakistan's all-weather friend China, on the other hand, has condemned the attack in Pahalgam, saying that it is shocked and is extending its deep condolences to the victims and sympathies to those who have been injured and the bereaved families. Now, China has stressed that it opposes all forms of terrorism. Earlier, the American President Donald Trump had strongly condemned the terror attack in a phone call with Prime Minister Narendra Modi and has expressed full support to India to bring to justice the perpetrators of the heinous attack, calling the attack deeply disturbing. Now, Trump said that the US stands strongly with India against terrorism and prays for the souls of those that have been lost, and he also prays for the recovery of the injured. The Russian President Vladimir Putin minced no words in condemning this terror attack in a letter addressed to the Indian Prime Minister and the Indian President Draupadi Murmu. The Russian President Vladimir Putin said that this brutal crime has no justification whatsoever and that Russia expects that its organizers and perpetrators will face the deserved punishment. Now, Putin has added that Russia is committed to increasing cooperation with Indian partners to combat terror in all of its forms and manifestations. The Ukrainian embassy in India has said that they endure the loss of life from terrorism daily and firmly condemn terrorism in all of its forms, stressing that the perpetrators should be held accountable. Now, Ukraine said that when innocent people are murdered, it brings unbearable pain on an entire nation. The Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has also conveyed his condolences, stating that Saudi Arabia stands with India in this difficult moment and it is ready to offer any support that is needed. Now, remember, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was in Saudi Arabia at the time of this gruesome attack. He cut short his visit and has now returned to India earlier than planned. The bilateral meeting between the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Saudi Crown Prince began with the condemnation of this attack.
The meeting began with the reference to the unfortunate terror attack that has happened in India. Both the leaders expressed their condemnation for the terror attack. His Royal Highness Crown Prince conveyed his condolences and sympathies and offered any help in this regard to us.
All right, now to tell us more in terms of the Pakistani reaction, we joined the phone line by our correspondent Anas Malik. Anas, what is the Pakistani response so far for what has happened in Pahalgam yesterday?
Pakistan has put out its reaction very, very carefully. It's a very carefully worded reaction on the part of the Pakistani side, which said that they condemn the attack on civilians that has taken place in Pahalgam, and with reference to with regards to the nomenclature that they refer on Kashmir, on the Indian administered Kashmir. With that being said, Pakistan has also said that it extends its condolences to the near ones of the disease and wish the injured a speedy recovery. It's a very carefully drafted statement for the very fact that Pakistan remains in a fix, given that it cannot openly condemn it, because if it does, then it would be seen as a backtrack on its position on the matter of Jammu and Kashmir. And the reason this statement has been very carefully released, which talks about condolences, but no condemnation.
So, and also, Anas, how are things across the border, given that there have been infiltration attempts and terrorists have been killed by the Indian forces in the Baramulla side as well?
Well, the Pakistani security forces and officials say that they remain on high alert, and that for now, the ceasefire between Pakistan and India that was reiterated, the understanding that was reiterated in February 2021, that currently holds. The mechanism between the DG military operations, that is also functional. So while with that, there is still cautious optimism, and the reason Pakistan security forces remain on high alert, on be that be on the aerial border or be that be on the land border, along the line of control and with the international border when it comes to India.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Anas Malik, for joining us and getting us all those details there. This is a moment of grief and anger. This is an attack that has shocked the Indian nation, because this remember, is not just another attack. This is an attack that specifically targeted innocent civilians, people who had gone to Pahalgam, which is a very beautiful place there. People were there just to enjoy the beauty of the meadows and the valleys of the Kashmir Valley. Instead, many of them ended paying the ultimate price. So as the nation struggles to cope with the loss of 27 lives in the terror attack in Pahalgam, tragic details of the attack continue to emerge. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.